If you think it's been windy recently, well, I guess you're paying attention.
It has seemed more windy than normal, I think, and the wind so far this spring actually is setting records. Meteorologist Nathan Gidley has more.
If you've been thinking it's been unusually windy in our area this spring, well, you would be correct, as we're experiencing one of the windiest springs in Fort Wayne's history. Now, before we get to the numbers, let's talk about what causes the wind. What has to do with pressure differences and the strength of these pressure differences, as well as the track of high and low pressure systems, whether that's north-south or right through northeast Indiana and northwest Ohio. Now, here's an example from earlier this spring of a windy setup. We have this strong area of high pressure in the southeast United States, as well as a strong area of low pressure spinning off to our northwest. In the transition zone here in our area is where we saw a strong pressure difference and as a result some windy conditions. Now we have records dating back to the mid-1970s. I'll go ahead and step off so you can take a look at this bar graph. We're experiencing one of the windiest springs so far in Fort Wayne's history. This graph showing days of 30 knot or greater wind gusts in Fort Wayne's history. 30 knots is about 34.5 miles per hour. Now normally we average around 14 of these days, and we are well above that mark this spring. Take note as well the upward trend of this graph showing that we're seeing more windier springs in the recent Fort Wayne history, and that trend is continuing into this year. How about March? We saw the windiest March in Fort Wayne's history, about 15 days of 30 knot or greater wind gusts in Fort Wayne, and the same has held true for April, where we saw about 13 days of 30 knot or greater wind gusts in Fort Wayne. So we'll be watching to see if we can reach the windiest spring in Fort Wayne's history according to this analysis, as we still have the whole month of May to go. You can track the latest weather conditions by visiting the Wayne 15 forecast page to see if more windy times are ahead. And for more information on this data analysis, visit this story on WANE.com. Meteorologist Nathan Gidley, Wayne 15 News.